Who's ready for an adventure? Good morning. I'm just having a late breakfast right now. Last night we did get some rain. It was not steady, but it was steady for periods, on and off. Cooled down as well. The mosquitoes were quite bad at first, so I was up for several hours fighting them off. Eventually I fell asleep, and when I woke up it was quite cold, and they were not present, so I fell back asleep for a while. Slept in. Now it's mid-morning. I might have slept in a little too late actually, but it's a cooler day today, sunny with a little bit of a wind. Got my little pike from yesterday. I have some fish, but not a ton. I'd like more. Let's see if I can catch something. If I can catch a few perch, I'll have those for lunch, and then the pike for dinner. If I can catch a more substantial load of fish, I might have the pike for lunch, and then that for dinner. So just trying to pad out the diet a little bit. Anyways, I'm just taking a few passes across these weedy flats here. And after that, Roy and I are going to go for our morning walk. Yeah, he knows that word. He's been waiting for it all morning. And yeah, we'll take a look, see if the rain from last night brought up any new mushrooms. That'd be a pleasant addition to the diet, because it's been a bit monotonous lately. Cattail, roots, shoots, and fish. Day in, day out. So it'd be nice to have a little bit of change. It's been sustaining me, but variety is the spice of life. I didn't manage to catch any fish this morning. Roy and I are now just on our walk. Brought my shovel in case I need to do some more excavating after last night's rain. And I'm going to be keeping my eyes peeled for any new plants or mushrooms that have popped up overnight. Here's my only mushroom sighting so far. This character, the gill fungus, and it looks familiar. The name is slipping my mind, but I'm going to take this one home, analyze it, and I do believe it is edible. We'll see. So my first find of the day. Otherwise there haven't been a whole lot of mushrooms. In fact, this is the only one I've seen. Yeah, maybe more rain is needed, maybe more time is needed, or maybe it's just not late enough in the year yet. But I'll keep looking, and I'm sure on future walks I'll find a few more. Roy's been feeling a bit mopey lately. I think he just needs a good play. Come on over here. Come on. Oh, the stick's getting smaller. Look at that. And a better one for you. Hey Roy, how about this one? Feel bad for the poor guy. I don't have enough energy to play most of the time. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, do you want this? Get it. Come on, get it. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on. Out. Ready? Here we go. Come here. I'm going to take that stick from you. I'm going to take it from you. Just you watch. Oh. There's a good boy, eh? There's a good boy. Yeah. The happy, playful Roy. A little more energized. It's good. Much of this lake has a nice clay substrate, and I've just dug out a chunk with my shovel here. I'm going to bring this back to camp and play around with it. I've never tried making anything out of clay before, but the material is available. I figure might as well give it a shot. Just getting a little bit of a surprise shower here. Not too much though, and I don't expect it'll intensify, so on goes the rain jacket and business as usual. Get some lunch in me. I'm gonna have the pike, and I'm going to boil the rest of those dandelions that I gathered the other day. I meant to have them last night, but in the rush to beat the storm, I just forgot. I just finished my lunch of pike and dandelion leaves. I was just debating what to do next. The weather is alright for fishing. I don't have any fish left over for dinner, so I was thinking I might go out and see if I can catch something. I was also thinking that I might process the cattails, separate the rhizomes from the shoots from the waste. And there's quite a bit of waste there, unfortunately, just with the sediment and the dead plant material that it was growing in. Third option would be work on that birch bark container. And fourth would be work on the clay that I collected to make a bowl or a cup or something like that. Now I have to view these in matter of priority. The clay has to be at the bottom because that doesn't really further my survival in any specific way. The birch bark container is also going to be near the bottom. I don't need it at this point in time. It will be nice to have once I have a store of rhizomes or smoked fish, but until then I don't really need it. Fishing would be nice. I don't have protein for dinner at this point in time, but I did just have a whole pike for lunch, a small pike, but a whole pike. And I can make do without protein for dinner if necessary, or I could do mussels if I had to. So I'm thinking the cattail rhizomes, since my supplies is dwindling, that's going to be my priority, so that's going to be what I'm working on first. This afternoon's task, seeing what of this is usable and what is garbage. Just starting by cutting off the shoots and putting them in a pile. Easy to recognize, so it's an easy place to start. The hard part is going to be getting rid of all the root hairs and the muck and decomposing matter, and getting the rhizomes out, which is one major downside of this particular harvest site. The other one was very cut and dry. It was in clay. It was, you pulled it out, and when you pulled it out, it was most of the work was done for you. You just had to cut off the root hairs. This is a lot messier. So we'll we'll see what the final yield is like and how much work goes into it. And that will determine whether or not I'm back where I was last time or where I was the first time for my next harvest. Turning into a nice day. I'm really trying not to rip these rhizomes because I found with the last batch, the ones that were ripped or cut basically had some sort of damaging of the protective outer layer. They were really gritty and unpleasant once they were cooked. And, it's just like eating dirt. Obviously not something that I want. I'm just ripping most of the crap off of these, tossing that away, and putting them in a pile there. I'm going to clean them off and bring out my knife to cut away a lot of these hairs. But I'm just doing it one step at a time. Some of the rhizomes I come across are old and no good. They're gray or pale or black. Open them up and they're all soft and smell of decomposing matter. They're brown or gray. Usually you can tell without too much difficulty which ones are going to be good and which ones aren't. You can tell by feel as well. If they're like waterlogged or soft, then they're probably not going to be any good. This is what you want to see. Nice and white inside. Finish the cleaning stage. Now, on to the next. Cutting these up into cookable pieces. I'm sure I'm going to have to be tossing some of these still, because I don't think all of them are still healthy and alive. I'm not going to worry too much about taking the little root hairs off, because those will just burn over the fire anyways. The thicker stuff like this that I'm worried about. Prevent it from cooking. I've been at this a couple hours now. On the home stretch, this is the last stage before roasting them. Bad, because I don't think it went all the way through, but if it did go all the way through to the edible inner layer, then now I have ash in my food after it's cooked. I'm really trying, well, maybe not trying hard enough, but I'm trying to cut these rather than rip them. I'm just trying to rip the hairs off, which normally isn't a problem, but on these last couple it certainly has been. So that is going to be a real mess. I'm going to put that in a separate pile that I've started, the ones that need to be cooked specially, and I'll have that tonight, rather than cooking it up en masse with the other ones and saving it long term. And that is the last of them. So that was about 3.5 hours of work. processing after an hour or so of harvesting. This is my day's work so far. Rhizomes I'm going to leave to dry. Got some shoots there. These are the rhizomes that I plan on cooking for dinner tonight. And this mushroom, I had a good idea, I thought, of what it was. I haven't been able to positively identify it yet, so I'm gonna put a little more time into that in a bit and see if I can get a spore print on it and identify it, because I thought I knew what it was, and I'm not certain anymore. It looks like one of two possibilities, but anyways, I'm gonna do some more work into that. Roy and I are gonna go for a walk now, because he's been waiting patiently all day while I sat there and processed rhizomes for hours. So anyways, we're gonna do that. I might do a little bit of fishing as well. I haven't had much to eat this afternoon. I'm doing all right, but I could definitely eat. So yeah, that's gonna be the next job. I'm just roasting up a few of these rhizomes from today. And Roy is going to get a nice tasty dentist stick. Do you want a dentist stick, Roy? You're too close. Back. Back. There you go. Can you speak? What was that? One more time. Okay, very good. Gentle. Gentle. Out. Gentle. 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 Good boy. I think these should be done. Which is good because I'm hungry. Juicy and delicious. Rhizomes, not found in your local grocery store. These are actually quite good when eaten freshly cooked and warm. The young ones especially. I've been eating them old and cold, and they are sustenance. They taste not bad sometimes. Sometimes they taste reasonably good actually, but these ones taste good. Maybe I'm just really hungry right now, but they're hot and they're fresh and they're delicious. And I'm happy to have them. Just having a little dinner of rhizomes on the walk. No, Rod, this is for me, not for you. You've already had yours. Now, in a survival situation, this fallen tree could make an excellent shelter. Provided you trust that it's not going to fall on you any further. All on in here. Shelter from the rain, from the sun. Pretty cozy. And as I've really found out, you have a lot less energy than normal in a survival situation. So having something like this pre-made for you, ready to go, can make a huge difference. Just when I'd given up hope, a pike. I know. bad fish. Might save that for tomorrow. That'll be a good day's worth of food. Good evening. I was just doing a little fireside mushroom identification session from this individual that I gathered earlier today. Now I thought it might have been a parasol mushroom, something like that, but I took a look in the book, and the criteria didn't match up with anything in there, unfortunately. So as much as I would really like some more variety in my diet, this is not going to be it.